Good morning. Grand Rising. It's Morning Star. This message is not going to be like the last one. I hope you can hear me. The flow state is already here. So breathe with me. Tap into God's Source energy in the Great I Am. Breathing. Time deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And back up into the Great I Am. Blue angels, please come. Thank you. All that is. Osha ete ishama. Ha. Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, Galactica, Lord Drake, Merlin, Saint Germain. Higher Council, thank you. Holy Spirit, thank you. Yahshua, thank you. Archangels, Archangel Michael, thank you. 4 have come around. Ariel, Michael, Uriel, Zadkiel. I'm seeing bright stars coming in. Midnight sky. Holding, holding, holding. Thank you, grandmother, grandfather, big chief, big guy. Oto Shigateya. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit and get this all set up. The music playing is Peter Cater. I do not own the rights to the music. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Bring it in closer. So, what an exciting day. What an absolutely exciting day. There are things to be said. Like a beacon, like a signal, like a cell phone tower going out into the world. Breathe, I'm gonna calm my energy down a bit. See if I can do this. Nope, it won't let me do that. Okay. Still working, still working. Maybe bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. Things have changed. This year already is a new beginning. When I said that, it was 2:33 on the clock, so 33. So, I was talking to Source the other day, and I was like, oh, first they want me to talk about what happened last week. So after I did that really deep release, and for myself, yes, and also for the collective, because they told me a long time ago, they told me, you're not gonna work, and you're gonna just trust us for everything. Okay, all right. And they said, my voice is my work. My voice is my job. That's it. That's what I do. That's why I'm here, is to use my voice. Do you not realize, loved ones, that when you open up your mouth to speak, it is God, the Great I Am, like a cell tower coming through and sending the signal back out. That is how powerful we are. And now they want me to switch to. So something just really incredible happened. I was running a couple errands, and within not a mile, within, let's say 500 yards, I saw 3 vehicles that I was like, a long time ago, I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that. All 3 of them. As I was driving home, within 500 yards, not even a mile. So you could say, yeah, but they're not in my driveway yet. I'm not driving them yet. They are in my perimeter. They are in my scope. They're already there. Attunement, alignment to when I actually step in, write the check, do the whatever, the transaction. But in spirit, in that realm, they are already in my perimeter. So what I would say to you, which is very key important, and you have to tap out of your ego. I was sitting with this before I pushed the live. because I knew that Carla, ego, has to step aside and then Morningstar has to come forward and speak. Help. So in the grand scope of things, your voice has power. When you see something that you want, go and touch it. I don't care if you are driving by a car dealership, if you drive by a house, and even if you stop, you just stop. And you can even raise your hand to it and say, I claim this as mine. I claim this as mine. And I claim it, and then I bring it into my field. I claim it, and I bring it into my field. That is a powerful manifesting technique. Powerful manifestation technique. We are powerful manifestors. We speak and we say, and so it is. Then they, the upper council, your guides, your ancestors, God, Yahshua, the Holy Spirit, the great I am, hears. Oh, she gave us a command. She gave us a command. They hear the command, and what do? Then it says, now we can go to work. And then they start working in the background and bringing these things into manifestation that will come into, it's already there in the 5D. It's already there. And then they go to work to bring it into here, into this 3D fake thing that we're living in right now. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands. See, beautiful blue energy and stars coming in. Thank you. So they showed me a picture of a mouse. And let's say you are someone that has big dreams and big hopes, but maybe you're still working at McDonald's. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? If you're never seen in the 3D, no one sees you, no one pays attention to you, that's not truth. They see you. They pay attention to you. I myself might not ever be seen by anyone or anything, and I myself might only need to speak these words into this device, and that's my job. And what they do with it is on them. But when they say go, and I'm like, it's time, just like I felt it, I was like, oh man, coming home from Publix. I was like, yes. Okay, they keep wanting me, they take me back to last week. Okay, so after that live that I did, that was a release, really, truthfully, that was something so high, so deep, in the essence of humanity, and releasing the humanity, right, of the fragile 3D construct that we live in. So I have to tell you, so right after that, guess what happened? My water in this $1 million home got shut off for 4 fucking days. 4 days. No toilet, no nothing. That was fun. I felt like I had a friend over and said, oh, it's like you're glamping. I'm like, I know, I'm glamping. Now, could I go to Publix and get water? Yeah. But because of the way things are set up, it took 4 24-hour periods before the water got turned back on. Was it my fault? No, it wasn't. It was somebody else's fault. It was somebody else's job that they didn't do back when the house was purchased. That's on them. But I got to spend 4 days without total water. And then 2 days later, guess what happened? We have a major cold front came into Florida, which is unheard of. Snowing in Pensacola. I mean, come on, really. So the temperature dropped to a wind chill of minus 27, and it was pretty cold the night before. So I wake up that morning, and then that morning that I woke up, we were supposed to have 27 degrees. Well, guess whose heat goes off in the whole lower level of the house. It's funny, isn't it? So, I made the call. The person came out, and within hours, yes, a fuse said something there was a fuse that in the heater anyway. Not in the fuse box, but something in the heater anyway. Little thing, but it shut the whole entire heat off on the lower level of the house with a 27-degree temperature that was coming in. So Carla in her 3D was like, okay, you know how to survive, you know how to thrive, because growing up in the Midwest, we would have winters where it would be a mild winter, and it's Christmas Day and it's 65, and we're at my parents and everybody's outside playing football, right? And then there have been other times in the Midwest growing up that we would have snow, ice, snow, ice, snow, ice, no power. I can remember being a young child in Kansas City for 2 weeks, and everything was so, there was no power. We're playing Monopoly. My brothers were playing Monopoly by a gas line. My dad had kept a fire going in the fireplace. And then because the trucks, it was so icy and so bad, the trucks that fed the food industry couldn't even get into the city. So you would my dad, we would go to load up at the station wagon, go to a restaurant, and it's like, okay, everybody would go around because we'd sit at a big table, 9 of us, right? And it's like, okay, we want this. Sorry, we don't have that. Okay, I want this. Okay, so then by the time everyone's got around and it's your turn to order, you're like, what's left? And it was like, eat, and it was like, okay, all right. So, and then fast forward, as my children were growing up, we had also bad winters in the Ozarks. And when you knew that a winter storm was going to come in, what did you do? You filled up the bathtub with water so you could flush the toilets. You filled up every container that you had of water before the storm hit, right? So you were prepared, right? Prepared. Plenty of wood was cut for the fireplace. My kids, we'd all go to sleep in front of the fireplace. And sure enough, a storm system would come in. A North Clipper from Canada would come in, and the power would go off. For 2 weeks, and everybody's sleeping in front of the fireplace. You've already prepped, you've already bought everything, and it's so cold outside. There's no power in the house, but guess what? All of the essentials, milk, egg, everything cold is set out right outside the sliding glass door on the deck in snow, because the temperature would keep everything cold. So I knew that I survived that, and I knew that last week I was going to survive what happened. So I just get back from Publix a while ago, and I see 3 cars, three dream cars, and I'm like, whoa, someday, and they were all, man, 2 were in Publix parking lot, and I pull out and then the very next building past the light is the next car sitting there. And in the old days, it used to frustrate me, because I would say, it's not in my driveway yet, I'm not sitting in it yet, I don't have the keys, I don't have it. But today, it's like, no, it's in my perimeter. It's them showing me it's in my perimeter. It's in, big bird just flew by. Hawk's been very active lately, very active. I love the flybys by the big bird. Oh, came back, thank you very much. Thank you, grandmother, that was from you, I know that, thank you. So anyway, it's in your perimeter. So even if you have a minimum wage job. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you are in a multi-million-dollar home. And, I don't know. But but what I can say is, because I know what it is. I know what it is. I've gone through my life having monthly restraints, having to really have to balance out the checkbook to make sure, there were so many times as my children were growing up, I would go without because they needed to do whatever. So I would go without, a hair appointment, whatever, if the kids needed to go to the dentist, well, guess what? My appointment was canceled. Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was. As mom, it was my job to make sure they were taken care of. So I did without. Well, I don't have to do without it anymore. But last week, I had to go 4 days without water. I don't know how you realize that this is $1 million home. 4 fucking days without water, and the next day, the whole level is without power. Okay, so anyway, as masters, we use our voice and we call it in. It's a very powerful work to go in front of a mirror and to see your reflection back and to speak those things that are your deepest heart's desire in front of a mirror. Calling in a divine partner, calling in maybe your own home, calling in maybe a new car, calling in a job that you can be, whatever is in your dreams, whatever is in your heart's desire, to go before the mirror, look into the left eye and talk, speak, give power to those words. Give power to those words. You're anointed. You are anointed. No one may not see you. No one may not see you. They see you. Breathe. They hear you. Give the command. Give the command. Grandmother is instructing me to tell you, write it on a notebook, piece of paper, and everything that you want. Everything that you want. If it's a divine mate, how tall is he? What's he look like? What kind of job does he have? What is his essence like? What is his spirit like? Is he kind? Is he, all of these things listed on a piece of paper. This is the vehicle that I want. This is the vehicle. This is where I want to live. Write it on a piece of notebook paper and put it under your pillow. It's very powerful because guess what? Your head is resting. It is your power. This is it. This is the power flux here and here. This is it. Everything else could go, but here and here, this is your power. It's crown chakra, sacral chakra. That's the power. Those are your power. The power channels of creativity and creation. I'm seeing a crown. It's lit up by diamonds. Fires up. So sleep underneath the pillow. Sleep with it underneath your pillow. If you see it out as you're driving around, stop. If you go by a dealership, get out. Look at it. Put your hand on it. Claim it. It's mine. It's mine. Thank you. And say thank you. And then, yes, is there a journey of time might go by, maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, hasn't gone by. It has gone by and it's not there yet. Guess what? It's okay. Everything is in your perimeter. Everything is in your timeline. So when you start actually seeing it, that means it's ready. It's being set up like a huge Santa Claus in the sky. It's coming. It's coming. If it's coming, it's coming. Now your humanity is your ego's gonna die. Your ego needs to die. Give your ego, give your humanity a funeral, buy flowers, write a goodbye letter, light a candle, some sage. They're telling me to light some sage right now. I know you can't see it, but I am. I'm lighting sage. Breathe, 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 breathe. And give yourself a funeral. Tear it up in pieces, bury it. I personally like to set things on fire because I'm a fire sign. I love fire. So I burn it up. I write it all down. I lift it up to them as the great request. My request. My voice is powerful. Your voice is powerful. To bring in everything that you are needing and desire. Bills paid, food on the table, vacations. Okay, now we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna take it up higher. Do you know that there is a source code that you, okay, I'm gonna look at the camera. Do you know that there is a source code? Prime source code. Activation that you can call in. Call it in. You want your DNA upgraded, call it in. DNA prime source code activation. Call it in. Call it in. It's very powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. Very powerful. Now today there's a glow. The other day there was a release, and you can see the difference if you check on the last video and this one. Today it's glow. Today it's glow. Today it's glow. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be just fine. Open up your mouth. If you have to and feel the need, get on your bed and cry it out. Whatever it is, the frustrations, the anger, the angst, the animosity. If you have to break something, break it. Break it wide open and scatter those seeds. Oh, feel that? I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, there's the download. If you open up your mouth and breathe, you can receive this download also at the same time. Hawk just said, pay attention to nature. They'll send you signs every single day. It's God, source energy in the great I am, in nature, speaking back to us. The cardinal, the eagle, the hawk, the owl, the butterfly, whatever it is that lights you up, whatever sets your heart and spirit on fire, they will give you confirmations. If you say, hey, I need to hear from you guys today, they will show up. They will do it. They are faithful, 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 faithful to answer the call of your heart's cry. The dismantling, yes, has to happen. The dismantling of the 3D construct of the ego has to happen. Gold, purified, refined into finest gold, is set, I don't know how many more times on fire and heated so hot to get to that beautiful gold that floats to the top. Some could say cliche, we've heard it so many times, but have we really heard it? Do we really know what the cocoon, what the caterpillar and the cocoon goes through in the dismantling process before the energies are so dismantled and so broken down that it then strikes the DNA of the caterpillar in the cocoon that activates, it has to have such a dismantling. Then the codes are activated, then the butterfly starts to form inside the cocoon. And then eventually the day comes that the butterfly comes out of the cocoon. It still waits, its wings are still developing, still have to take shape, but it's there. It's there. And then the day comes, it's flying. We do not understand fully that dismantling process. They'll show you. And if you're going through it, God bless you. I'll see you on the other side. All right, I'm seeing green leaves of peace. So I speak blessing over your life. I speak prosperity over your life. I speak peace over your life. I pray that everything that you desire comes into your energetic field and is brought forth in full manifestation, in power, in release, and in control. Yep, that's the message. Thank you. I'm supposed to say it was 6:43 when I did that. All right, Morning Star, peace out.